Hey everybody, welcome to the Game Plan. My name is Lorenzo. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like news and politics and like to see police reactions. I typically do on the weekends. I try to fit them in during the week. Today we're going to be talking about what's been going on with who they call P. Diddy, the one that's been accused of so many things and also had the Cassie video come out of him, beating the crap out of her on video, and now they're saying, okay, he's only getting 3-4 years in prison. There's some people out there that are, trying to make sure that he stays in prison for as long as possible. Somebody that's really doing some work like Candace Owens is doing and trying to find the truth about Charlie Kirk. We have Curtis 50 Cent Jackson working his tail off, doing some background work into exposing who P. Diddy really is and who he was and what he did. Apparently he made a Netflix special documentary on P. Diddy, and the controversy about that is, I guess P. Diddy's lawyers came out and said that it was stolen footage, which sounds crazy, but it doesn't matter. It's video, it's already out there, it's proven, it's there. Even if it's stolen, okay, we can charge 50 or whoever took it for stealing it, but now it's already shown to the world. I have not seen the documentary, but I plan to. Let's check out this video and just to get a little caught up of what's been going on with this whole 50 Cent P. Diddy documentary. If you guys watched the Netflix series about the P. Diddy that 50 Cent made, I want to hear your take on it. Did it make sense to you guys? Was it something that was worth watching? I really want to know in the comments below.
Documentaries are more dangerous than weapons. That shit is dangerous, bro. I think I'd rather my enemy have a gun than a documentary. If you shoot me, you go to jail. If you make a documentary about me, you make money. You get an award. Imagine someone gave you a Golden Globe for shooting you in the head. That's what documentaries are. This guy's life is done. How diabolical is 50 Cent? Enters a field of entertainment, becomes a phenomenal storyteller, incredibly successful, maybe all just to build up the cachet to make a documentary about one of his arch nemesis and destroy his life while profiting off of it. Ooh.
50 is patient.
Okay. I know you don't want to hear this, but if I am Jay-Z, I am terrified.
Let me tell you the difference between...
Now, I've said this in the past, but I think 50 Cent was the last American gangster that really came out in the music industry on really promoting, gang violence and everything. When he came out, he came out swinging, and then he got shot 9 times. If you guys don't know the story of 50 Cent, you guys should look it up. But after he got shot, he really changed his mindset of what he was going to do for the rest of his life, and he didn't want to resort to violence and chose to speak the violence through music. And that really captivated a lot of people in the world, that he became very popular in his music. And after 50 Cent got shot, he got dropped from his record label with Columbia Records, and he thought he was a lost cause and started doing mixtapes to the point just selling them on the streets. And then, Interscope, Shady Records, Dr. Dre, Eminem, they found him, and they ended up hiring him and took him in under their wing, and that's how he ended up getting more exposure out into the world.
One of the only people that you've been close to that I've never seen you have an issue with is Eminem.
It reminds you of who is this guy?
I will never have an argument with him. It don't even matter. It's because he's the reason when you're doing 23 million records on the Marshall Mathers LP, you know what I'm saying? And he's saying 50's next. This is the next thing. I'm telling you, it's gonna be big, and it's why the support was the way it was. For me, I put him in a category with my grandparents because he helped me do things that I couldn't do at the moment. Like this is why kids are never your equal. Because you offer them life, and then you take care of them when they can't take care of themselves. Right? If I got a hit record in front of me right now and say, yo, if you have this, you're gonna have a hit record for sure. But M's going through something right now, so he really needs this hit record. I'm gonna give it to him. I'd give it to him.
50 ain't playing, y'all. Watch this.
You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him.
See, 50 Cent, he is always ahead of the game. He always has predictions. Like, he tries to be 100 steps ahead of people. And in order to do that, especially if you want to take somebody down that's doing something wrong or something bad, despite his, criminal past, he's a changed person. And, who's to say 50 Cent is still not doing something shady here or there, but that has yet to be exposed. Right now, all we see is his success, him starting businesses, him creating new deals with different types of companies, not just outside of the music industry, making music, being an actor, directing movies. I mean, there's so many things that, you can't solely focus on his criminal behavior anymore, because he's actually doing good things and helping other people, opening more positions in different fields in the country, in the world, and even with his brands of different products. I mean, there's just so much that, when you get that big as an elite, because I will say 50 Cent is an elite, I'm hoping everything he does from here on out until the rest of his life, that he does things with good intentions and taking down corrupt, horrible, crap people in this world, and specifically this country. And that's what he's doing with P. Diddy. That's what he's doing with him, and exposing so many dark secrets that a lot of people in the music industry have always known. You hear the chatter from the public, having these conspiracy theories about him. But then you're starting to see actual video proof of Diddy's behavior, how he treated others. I mean, I can't wait to see the Netflix documentary, because I'm very curious to see some things, and maybe post some of these videos online so you guys can see if you guys haven't seen it. But I think it's time, and it's time for everybody to really come together, whether you have the elite status or you just have the capability to do so, is to track down the corruption in every sector of this country. I don't care if you're in a small little town to the biggest city in the country, to grocery stores, to police departments, to hospitals, to anything in this country. If you see something, say something, because then these people are just getting away and growing their empire of being a criminal or doing shady that's not beneficial to all the hardworking good people in this country. And that's the point. We want to keep promoting goodness in this country, not these crap evil people.
Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No, he destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
50 Cent just provoked Diddy in prison after his new documentary, and what Diddy replied left everyone speechless. Most people thought 50 Cent was joking when he said he was gonna do it, but it went from just jokes to realer than anyone could imagine, and it did not even end there. 50 trolled Diddy so hard that he even sent him a copy of the documentary, Sean Combs' The Reckoning, directly into his cell block and told him he could come watch it if he wanted. That alone shocked fans, because everyone thought 50 was only using social media to poke fun at Diddy's downfall, not actually mailing a physical copy of the 4-part Netflix series he executive produced to the man. But 50 treated it like a personal delivery, almost like he wanted Diddy to sit right there in prison and watch the moments he thought the world needed to see, from the tapes of Diddy crying over his case to the old footage he claimed was never meant to be public. From there, everything around the documentary exploded even further. In his interview with Robin Roberts for Good Morning America, 50 Cent doubled down on the idea that his involvement wasn't personal at all. hall. He sat beside the director, Alexandria Stapleton, and explained that he was just telling a story everyone else was afraid to speak on. Roberts asked if anything in the final edit surprised him, and he said yes, especially the part where Diddy was seen talking to his lawyers while the abuse allegations were building. Stapleton added that the most shocking thing was how Diddy kept acting like he was curating his public image even while under federal investigation. She pointed out the clip of him walking through Harlem, telling cameras he needed hand sanitizer and a bath after interacting with the public, which 50 said was proof of how he forgot the cameras were even rolling. 50 also took the time to address the conversations around the so-called 20-year beef. He explained that the root of the entire thing was Diddy telling him he wanted to take him shopping, something 50 said felt like a test, an uncomfortable suggestion he didn't appreciate. He clarified that he had even hired Diddy's sons to work on his scripted shows and didn't hate the family, but he wasn't going to stay silent about what he believed were real victims, especially after Cassie's lawsuit kicked off the wave of accusations that brought law enforcement into the picture. As he promoted the documentary, he also made light of the rivalry, joking that when Diddy finally sees the series, he might say it's the best documentary he's watched in a long time. Meanwhile, Diddy's response inside prison was the complete opposite. Through his spokesperson, he blasted the Netflix series as a shameful hit piece and insisted the footage 50 included, especially the private hotel room clips filmed days before his indictment was stolen. He claimed Netflix used unauthorized material, including strategy talks with his lawyers and moments from past projects that were never meant for release. His team argued that the footage had been part of decades of archival work he'd been collecting to tell his own story. He followed that up with a letter to the judge days earlier, calling Diddy dangerous, claiming he feared for his life over the years, and joking that Diddy would only return to hiring male sex workers if he got out early, adding a line about keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public.
50 Cent has been a troll ever since he made it real big. I mean, he was actually a troll even before he made it big, actually, because he went hard on his mixtapes, taking other, rappers, big name rappers, calling them out. And Jay-Z, Fat Joe, I mean, these were rappers. Ja Rule, everybody knows about Ja Rule. I mean, he ended some people's careers by some of the things he rapped about towards them back in the day. And, that's one of the things that may have attracted Eminem, because that's kind of Eminem's thing, was basically destroying other rappers that he felt like didn't deserve to be part of the rap game, I guess you could say. And the reason I'm bringing 50 Cent up and all this up is because it really reminds me of how Candace Owens is pursuing the truth about Charlie Kirk and that day he got murdered, assassinated by evil, corrupt people, organizations that were involved. I mean, it takes so much to do to really assassinate somebody, especially if that somebody has been doing around-the-clock work and putting so much money behind security to ensure something like that doesn't even happen. And when it does happen, that means it took time, it took maybe a couple months, it took years to orchestrate an assassination. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. If you guys watched the Netflix series about the P. Diddy that 50 Cent made, I want to hear your take on it. Did it make sense to you guys? Was it something that was worth watching? I really want to know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Until next time, peace out, everybody. This was for Charlie.